Hello! So we are going to do a short session based around the hamstrings, the inner thighs, the adductors and the side body. So just give ourselves a really good stretch. So we'll just begin. Let's just do a few shoulder rolls just to open into the ribs, into the waist. Always a gorgeous move. Lovely. Maybe take it the other way. So just opening into the back body, into the back of the ribs. And then let's take that into a spinal twist. So just quickly releasing the back. It's just really great to have the spine moving in all directions. So we've done our lateral moves, our twisting. And we'll just do a few rolls to extend and flex through the spine. So coming to a standing position, make sure the spine is nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, bend through the knees and we fold forwards. Just pause in this forward fold, letting the spine flex. Bend one knee, bend the other, and then roll back up. Gorgeous. One more time here, we're going to stay down this time. Folding forwards. We're going to make our way down onto the ground. So however you want to get there, I'm just going to bend my knees and flop myself down. If you need a cushion or something to perch under your bottom, it just helps to keep a nice long spine. So keep the lower back lifted. Otherwise, you might feel you're a bit like this if you're on the floor. So just make sure that you can sit nice and upright, and if that's not great for you, then sit on something just to lift the hips. Okay, so we're going to begin with some side stretches. So taking one arm up, we can place the other hand on the ground just for a bit of support. Also helps to keep the opposite buttock down. Swing over top. Oh, that's so nice. So just go as far as you can. Keep the chest lifted. Try not to drop forwards. Side to side. Really lovely. We hold a lot of tension and tightness through the ribs, through the waist. Gorgeous. One more to this side, and as we go over to the other side, we're going to hold. So pause here. So keep that hand pressing down so that you can really still keep length through the spine, and then we fold over. If you're more flexible, you might be able to walk the hand out and bring the forearm down, but please don't do this if the bottom ends up lifting. Take the gaze up, straighten the top arm. And then circle back over. So lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through that side of the body. You might be able to bring the forearm down, you might want to keep lifted. Turn to look up and straighten that arm. And bring yourself back up. So taking yourself over to the first side, and then bring that arm down, and we're just going to walk the hands forward. So try and keep both buttocks down, and you'll feel a stretch into the side of the body. Walk the hands across, take it to the other side. Bring the hands back to centre and bring yourself back to a nice seated position. Interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down to the ground, lift the chest, shoulders back and down, open the neck. I always say it, but we never look up enough. We spend too much time with our heads down. And release. Give yourself a shoulder roll. So we're going to come into Janu Sirsasana legs. Straighten one leg, keep the other bent. So we're going to let the arm come down to the leg and take a slight twist. You might just want to stay a bit higher up and put the hand down. So see how it feels. You might be able to bring the elbow onto the inside of the thigh. And we're taking a twist, turn, and then take the top arm overhead. flex the straight foot, the foot of the straight leg. Coming back up. And then turn towards that straight leg and slowly slide down. So you're not necessarily going to reach your foot and fold over it. That doesn't matter. What we want to feel is a stretch through the hamstring. We want to keep the spine nice and long to begin with. And then we're just going to let the back round, let the head release down. Just breathe. Notice the back body opening with the inhale and then contracting with the exhale. Coming back to that first position, hand to the leg and twist open. Open the arm overhead. So you might be higher up, you might be here. And then turn the head to look up at that top hand. And then turn the head down to look at the knee. Twisting up. Beautiful. We're going to swap sides. Straightening the other leg, flexing the foot. And again, find where you want to be. It might be different on one side to the other, but we're taking the arm to the thigh and then we're twisting the other way from the waist. See where you feel happy and then take the arm overhead. Gorgeous side bend. Toes don't stop moving, do they? Bring yourself back up and then turn to the straight leg. Start to fold yourself down. Keep the spine nice and long to begin with. And then slide down. Let the head release and take the focus to the breath again. Slowly turn back to that original position. So we're taking the hand or the arm to the leg, twisting. Take the arm overhead, take the gaze up to the hand. Turn the neck, look down to the knee. Looking up to the hand and down to the knee. And bringing yourself back up. Lovely. So taking the hands out, so the legs out, feet are flexed, and we're going to try and come to a nice seated position here. So you need your spine to be nice and long. So again, if you do need a cushion or something, if you find that you're rounding through your back, just pop that under there and lengthen through the lower back. Gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to try and tilt forward slightly. I'm not going to go very far at all. My feet are flexed. I can feel the stretch on the inner thighs and the hamstrings. That's all I'm looking for here. And then I'm going to walk my hands over to the right. Back through centre and over to the left. So you feel the stretch all the way down through the back, into the thighs, hamstrings, inner thighs. Beautiful. And walk back to centre. And then just see, can you just slowly drop, bring the hands down so you're nice and supported. Some people might be able to fully stretch out here, but just be kind to yourself. You might get the forearms down. Let the head drop. Big stretch. Bringing yourself back up. Bend both knees and bring them back in. They might need some help. So we're going to come onto our back. So come into windscreen wipers. So just get yourself nice and comfortable to begin with. Release the shoulders, neck is nice and long. Take the feet about the width of the mat and let the knees drop one way and then the other. So just loosening off to begin with. Enjoy that lovely stretch. And then let the knees drop and pause. So draw your belly button in ever so slightly here to lengthen through the lower back. Let the shoulders relax, just notice if you're holding any tension anywhere. And it might be that you feel enough of a stretch through that top leg, just letting the knees drop. If you don't, you might want to take the other foot and put it on top of that top leg. And it just draws it down. It's a strong stretch. If you feel any nipping in the low back, you need to reduce that stretch a little bit. Take the foot off. Just pause and breathe. You can also take your arms out, cactus arms if it feels better, wherever you want them. Both shoulders down. And release. Take that top foot off. And let's drop side to side again. And then let them settle to the other side. So let the knees drop over. Just see how that feels to begin with. Just drawing the belly button in slightly so you get that lengthening through the lower back. That might be enough. It's actually quite strong, letting gravity take the weight of the leg down. If you want it to be stronger, take the other foot on top of that top leg and draw it down. This can be really strong on your knees, so if you've got any knee issues, please be very careful. You don't need to take this extra step. Just breathe. Up and just drop side to side. Let's roll out that happy baby. We're going to start with a one leg happy baby. Remember, if you've got a strap, and we've done this before in classes, if you have a strap and you find it easier to put the strap around the foot, you can do that. Otherwise, left leg bent, bring the right knee towards the right shoulder. And it might be that you just want to hold behind the thigh. You're still getting that excellent stretch into the hip, into the groin. If you want to take it, take the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Ideally, you want the arm to come inside the leg. Foot up to the ceiling. And pause there. If that's enough of a stretch, stay there. Otherwise, you might straighten the other leg, flex the foot. Whew. That's fab. Just breathe. Rebend the left leg. Carefully release the leg and swap sides. So draw the knee in towards the shoulder first, left side. See how that feels. You can stay there. Otherwise, you bring the foot up towards the ceiling and hold the edge of the foot, perhaps straightening the other leg, flexing the foot. Rebend that right knee. Option here to come into full happy baby or just holding behind the knees, bringing both knees towards the shoulders. If you want to take the full happy baby, you hold on to the outer edges of the foot, arms come inside the legs, and then if your spine is curled up and your bottom's in the air, draw the spine back down, feel the length of the spine on the ground, feel the length through the back of the neck. And just breathe. You may want to take a little rock side to side. It's a gorgeous stretch. Make sure the neck is long, the shoulders are relaxed. And carefully bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together and bring them down to the mat. Pause here if this feels okay in your hips, otherwise just feet flat to the ground. and then roll onto one side. Legs 90 degrees, we're going to do 3 circles to each side. Arms come out in front. Again, if you want a cushion under your head, grab it. And we're going to draw a circle overhead, all the way around. Just let the chest open. Enjoy that gorgeous twist. That's 1, 2, and 3. Superb. And then roll onto your back and take that to the other side. Wiggle yourself over if you need to. And then again, draw those 3 big circles around. Inhale as the arm comes overhead. Exhale as it comes back down over the hip. One more time. And then roll back onto your back. Knees into chest. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe just a little circle one way, circle the other way. Hold behind the thighs. And let's rock and roll back up. 3 rolls. 2 and 3. Coming up to a standing position or stay seated. Your choice. Namaste. Well done. Utterly fabulous. Have a lovely evening. I hope your legs feel fab after that. I feel like I've had a wonderful stretch.